So guys, today we are going to discuss something about the port security. What is port security? Fine. Now, before security, who can tell me what is the use of port security? Anyone? What is the use of port security? Tell me. Okay. First of all, about the port security, it is a security feature of Cisco switch. What is this, guys? It is is it visible or not? Otherwise, I will write. Tell me.
Yeah, is it visual?
See, I can write, that will be better. So, what is this? It is what I can say, it is the security feature of Cisco switches. It is the feature of Cisco switches. Now, what is the exact use? Anyone? Basically, by the help of port security, what we can say, you can just control which source MAC address you are allowing to the switch port. Getting my point, everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
By this, what you can do? You can control the authorized MAC only in the switch port. Understand? Tell me. Done na? So, for
Yes.
example, if you know the MAC address, if you know the MAC address, only that MAC address will be allowed in the switch port. Getting my point, everyone? For example, if your switch receive any unauthorized MAC, then what switch will do by default? Who can tell me? If your switch by default
Port,
receive any unauthorized MAC, then what it will do? It will
port
immediately
Cusco.
move your port. Will immediately move your port in error disable state. In which state, guys? Error disable
Display.
state.
Stay.
Error disable state is also known as which state? You can understand like block.
Blocking.
Getting my point, everyone? Understand? And the main point where you configure the port security, we configure the port security at access port, because here is the largest or high chance for the security conflict. Yes or no? Yes. On which port,
Yes.
guys? Access port, where end users are connected. Fine na? I hope you guys understand till now. Anyone who do not understand, it's clear. So basically, when your switch will receive any unauthorized MAC, what switch will do? Switch will immediately move that port in which mode? Error disable mode. Error disable mode means you can understand like block port. Understand? Everyone, tell me, guys. Clear na? Okay. Now the thing is, you guys can ask the very simple question, ki, sir, you are telling the MAC address is allowed on the switch or MAC address is not allowed on the switch. But tell me how the MAC address we will allow. How the MAC address you will allow. Getting my point, everyone? It means you can allow the MAC address. There are two ways. Either, guys, manually or dynamically. manually or dynamically. Understand? In 95% case, that is dynamic. Understand na everyone? In 95% case, that is dynamic. Clear? Everyone? Can you tell me?
Yes.
Now, for example, if anyone asks you, tell me how we can configure the or how we can enable the port security. And is there any rule for port security or like this? Yes. So please remember one point. Whenever you will configure the port security, you guys need to remember one thing. But port security can be enabled on access port, or even you can enable on the trunk port also. There is no problem. But generally we are not configuring. Okay, now on access port, on trunk port. But the rule is this port must be configured manually or statically. Understand everyone? Then after you guys will able to configure the port security. Otherwise, no. Getting my point? Everyone understand what I'm trying to say? For example, I can show you. Is it visible? Everyone.
Yes.
I told you we can configure the port security on access port as well as on
Access port.
trunk port. Right
Trunk
na?
port.
Okay. For example, we are on switch number 1. That is Ethernet 0/0. Okay. So interface Ethernet 0/0. CompT interface Ethernet 0/0. What is the command to enable the port security? Command is switch
Switch
port
port.
port security. What is guys? Switch port
Switch port.
port
Port
security.
security.
See, when I write what I am getting, command is
Rejected.
rejected. Why? Ethernet 0/0 is the dynamic
Dynamic port.
dynamic port.
Port.
Getting my point? See now, how can you check? Do so
Wow. Interface.
interface Ethernet
0/0.
0/0
Switch port.
This is trunk. There is no problem.
Trunk.
This is trunk. But we can configure the port security on access as well as on trunk both.
Trunk.
Right now, see,
Administrative
this is dynamic desirable. What is enabled here? Dynamic desirable is enabled. it means that port is configured dynamically. So that's the reason you are not able to allow or configure the port security by default. Getting my point, everyone? So that's the reason.
Yeah.
What is the rule? If you want to configure the port security, you have to configure what? You have to configure this port as the manually, statically. Are you tell me yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes. Fine. Are you tell me clear na?
Yes.
For example, I am writing here switch port mode access. I configure this port as the access port. Whatever you can configure the trunk, you can configure the access. There is no problem. But whatever you configure, you have to configure what manually. Getting my point, everyone? Are you
Yes.
tell me right now? I am writing now switch port
Port
security.
security
Now command is accepted.
accepted.
Now command is accepted. There is no problem. Getting my point, everyone? I hope this rule is clear to all of you. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Tell me, clear na? How can you check? To
Do show
show.
switch
What is the
port.
command?
Switch port.
Can tell me. So, guys know?
Do show switch
So,
port security.
port security. On which interface you run the configure the port security?
Ethernet.
Interface
Interface
Ethernet
0 by
0 by
0.
port security is.
enable.
What is the port status? That is secure. Violation
Secure.
mode is shutdown.
Shutdown.
What do you mean by violation mode shutdown? It means whenever any violation will occur on this interface. It means violation means if any unauthorized user or any unauthorized MAC address will come here. Getting my point? What switch will do? Switch will just shut down this port. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes, na? So that's the reason
Yes.
this is violation mode. So it means this is the action. You can understand like this is the action. Clear na, everyone? Are you tell me? And this is the last source address. It means this is the last MAC address this switch received. It means maybe this MAC address received from other device. And see, security violation count is 0.
Zero.
It means right now there is no violation occur on this interface. No violation occur here on this interface. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Understand na? Are you telling me?
Yes.
Clear na? Okay. Now, for example, generally, if you see any types of error disable happening, so how can you enable it? Just shut or no shut? What? Shut or
No, sir.
shut? Fine na? That is the error disable. For example, if I am checking, so error disable recovery. So error disable recovery. You can see, you can learn there are multiple things by which what you can do. You can error recover the error disable. But see, why I am running this command to show you this line. What is the timer interval?
300
300.
seconds.
It means you have to wait for how much time? 5 minutes. Okay na? After 5 minutes, it will automatically up.
Up.
Clear na? Just a minute. Okay. Understand na everyone? What do you mean by 300 seconds? 300 seconds means after 5 minutes, it will automatically up. Clear na? Everyone? Are you tell me?
Okay.
Understand na?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to show you one thing. Let me check the thing is violation mode. Yes. By default, what is the violation mode, guys? By default, where? This is. What is violation mode by default?
Shut down.
Are you tell me? By default, shut down. Right now, everyone. Okay. For example, interface Ethernet 0 by 0. Okay, I am running switch port security, violation. I press question mark. How many violation mode is there?
3.
Either protect, either restrict, or either shut
Shut
down.
down.
It means there are three options you have. You have how many
Security
options, guys? Three options you can configure. But generally in the real time, we configure what, guys? Shutdown. What?
shutdown.
Shutdown. Okay, now, but I can tell you what is the meaning of all the three. For example, shutdown. What do you mean by shutdown? What shutdown will do? When any types of unauthorized MAC address will come, what switch will do by default? I told you. It move the port in which mode? Error disable.
Introduction. Disable.
Disable. Error disable is also known as shutdown. Okay, na? So don't confuse. Done, everyone? Now,
Yes.
one more thing. In case of error, in case of shutdown, it generate what? Either syslog or SNMP. Understand? It generate the, or you can understand like this. It generate the logs. Generate the log.
Log.
Actually, how and why this violation occur. Understand, everyone? Understand, na? And you saw, na? You see, na, one thing. Violation count. That time violation count is
0.
0. Fine, na? So when you configure this one, now what will happen? It whenever any violation will occur, it add violation count 1 by default. It means, for example, if one time violation will occur, then the violation count will be 1. If 2 times violation will occur, then violation count will be 2. Getting my point, everyone? Can you tell me? Understand? na?
Yes.
So what it will do? It will increase the violation count by 1 every time. Right, na? Can you tell me? Understand, na?
Yes.
Okay. Now the next one is, guys, restrict. In restrict, what it will do? Basically, in case of restrict, switch will not. It will not disable the port. It will not disable the port like shutdown. Getting my point? What it will do? It will just discard the traffic. Discard the traffic. Getting my point? What it will do? It will just discard the traffic. And what about the log? Yes, it generate the log. It generate the log. Fine, na? Everyone? Are you tell me? It generate the log and
Yes.
it will increase the violation count also by 1. Clear, na? Everyone? Are you tell me? Understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is, guys, restrict. And the last one is, guys, protect. In protect, what you need to understand? It also not shut down the port. It not disable. It just discard the traffic. What it will do, guys? It just discard the traffic. Fine. It generate the log. It does not generate the log. Getting my point, everyone? It does not what? It does not generate the log as well as will not increase the violation by 1. Understand, everyone? So you guys will see in 90% case what is shutdown.
Shutdown.
That is the by default. Clear? Anyone who do not understand, it's clear, na? Everyone. If anyone asks you how can we change the mode, violation mode, same command. I show you na sub command. here. Violation, and then
Yes.
you can choose anyone. By default is shutdown.
Shut down.
Understand everyone? It's clear? Are tell me.
Yes.
Now, uh, 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 what is next? What is next? What is next? Okay,
Mac
yes. Even if you want, you guys can, what you can do, you can stick any MAC address. For example, you know this is the MAC address of your finance system, and if you want to stick it on the switch, because you are expecting only this MAC address on a particular switch port, fine. What you can do, you can switch port security. I don't know it will work or not. MAC address and sticky this command.
Sticky.
So, for example, if this switch receive any MAC address here, for example, AAA, what switch will do? Switch will fix AAA here. Okay, now so this switch will expect only this MAC address on this interface. Getting my point, everyone? Are tell me? Tell me, understand, na?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For example,
meaning
000A, 000A, again 000A, again 000A. For example, this one. Oh, it's not taking. I maybe this iOS is taking the MAC address in different way. 00. Don't know how it will take. 0 0 A dot 0 0 0 A dot 0 0 0 A. No, but yes, by this way you can stick any MAC address. Getting my point, everyone? Are you tell me?
Yes.
And after that, you can check even the MAC address is secure or not. What is the command? So MAC address
So now
table
table
even secure. See, this MAC address is secured statically. Getting my point, everyone?
0 not 0. Okay.
So basically, by this way, what you can do, you can secure the MAC. Fine. Na? So in port security, basically, what are the command you need to remember? I am just writing the command, so please focus on these commands. Okay, na? For example, first I told you, so MAC address table and secure, right? Everyone, tell me. So port security.
Okay.
So port security. Then if you want to check the port security on particular interface, what is the command? So port
Security.
security, then even
Port
interface
number.
Face.
Ethernet 0 by 0.
0.
Then na, even so error disable
Table.
recovery.
Recommend.
Fine na? And tell me. By default, what is the time, guys? 300 seconds, right? Na?
300
Everyone.
seconds.
You can change also. Error, disable,
Timer.
recovery. The exact command, let me check. Interface Ethernet 0 by 0. 1. ERRDIS. Rise command. Why it is not taking? ERRDISABLE. Error disable. But this is the command. Error disable. Recovery interval, and then you have to write guys here second. But it is not taking, but yes, in real time you guys can run this command. It will work. Okay, na? Everyone. Tell me. Let me try in the global configuration mode. Error disable. Is it visible? Everyone. Recovery.
Yes.
Interval. Then press yes. So you have to write this command in the global configuration mode. Fine. Na? So basically by this way, what you can do, you can change the error disable time also. I understand, everyone, tell me. For example, I run
Yes.
100. What is the command? So error disable recovery. Now what is the interval time? 100. Getting my point, everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
So basically this way, what you can do, you can change the error disable time. So basically guys, this is the way how we can secure our switch port. What? Switch port. Fine. And I told you maximum case. For example, this is the switch 1, this is the switch 2. Between switch 1 and switch 2, which link is there? Trunk, na? Tell me. Fine. And for example, these are the PCs. These are the PC. So this port will be, guys. This port is which port?
Access.
Here generally we are implementing what? Port.
Access port.
And now we just enable the port security. That's all. Nothing else. Done, na? Everyone. And I told you, na, by default, which mode we are choosing? In 90% case, we are using shutdown. Error disable. Done. Yes, Nabil.
We can also maximize the number of MAC addresses.
Number of MAC address, yes, we can maximize it. By default, it is 2, but we can maximize it also.
Okay.
Okay. Understand? But generally, we are not, what I can say, generally, we are not touching these things. Okay. We are always by default in case of port security. Done, everyone? Tell me, clear na?
Yes.
In wireless part, first of all, try to focus one thing. Nowadays, in real time, how we are working in wireless or how we are securing the things. Fine. For example, user, right? For example, we are taking on the floor. We are taking the example on the floor. First, for example, let's suppose this is the floor. Understand? Everyone, tell me. For example, this is the any floor. Fine. Tell me. Clear, na? This is the floor.
Yes.
On this floor, there will be a number of users. Yes or no? Yes. These are user. These are nothing. These are user who is accessing what? Wi-Fi. Done, na? Everyone. Now, there will be a AP. Tell me, right? Na? There will be a AP, na, access point. Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah.
On every floor, there will be a access point. That is what, guys? That is AP. Fine. These are AP. Done? Everyone. Tell me. Clear, na? Now tell me one thing. In AP, you know now what do you mean by AP? Anyone who don't know? AP is just like a Wi-Fi which is present in your home, like router. Done na? Tell me right now. In router, there are some limitations, but in a company or in a corporate, we are using the, or in a business, we are using the AP instead of router. Done? Everyone. Tell me. Clear? Now, on AP, we have a SSID. You know, na SSID. For example, I am connecting with the Wi-Fi. I am connecting with the Wi-Fi. So in your laptop, is there any name for the Wi-Fi? Yes or no? For example, my Wi-Fi name is Subham. Literally, everyone are using the Wi-Fi and there is a name for the Wi-Fi. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, na?
Yes, yes.
Yes. That is called SSID. SSID is nothing. SSID means the name of your Wi-Fi. Fine. For example, this company is using three SSID. First one is, let's suppose, IT. First one is, let's suppose, HR. And third one is, let's suppose, guest. Done? Tell me. Clear na? These are the three.
Yes.
See how many SSID? Three. IT, HR, or guest. They understand na everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Now, the user will connect any one of the SSID and it depends the user have which access. For example, this is the user. This user has HR access. So this user will access which SSID? HR. For example, this one is, this person belongs to the IT. Definitely this person have IT SSID access, right? So it will access the IT. And it is, let's suppose, the client. So it will use the guest. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So basically, please mute. So basically, try to understand what is happening. If it depends on which type of access you have. Fine, na? Everyone? Yes or no? Clear? Now, these users are connected wirelessly with the AP. Fine. Now, AP is now again connected with any device. Anyone know what is the name of that device? No?
Switcher.
No. Yes, you can say switch, but that is a different scenario. Okay, we are not going to discuss this scenario. But see, there is a, this is Meraki. What is, guys? That is Meraki. Understand?
Meraki.
That is Meraki. Fine. Okay. So basically, this AP is connected with the Meraki dashboard. Which one, guys? Meraki dashboard. Fine, na? Everyone understand? Yes or no? Yes. Now this,
Why especially Meraki?
I will tell you just a minute. Now this
Hello, Shubham.
Meraki
Madam, Meraki,
will,
is it a switch or a router? Is
wait.
it a switch or a
This
router?
Meraki, no, that is not with that is based on the cloud, guys. That is not a hardware device like this. Okay. Now this Meraki again connected with the one server that is called Radius server or just ICE. Fine, na? Everyone understand? Tell me.
Sir, some disturbance is there, sir. Please again tell me.
I am telling this AP, this is the user. This user is connected with the AP. AP is connected with the Meraki. Okay, that is the Meraki dashboard. That Meraki dashboard is again connected with the ICE. That is the Cisco ICE. Fine, everyone. Tell me. Understand? For example, if any company is using the any advanced feature, for example, that any company is using the multiple layer of security. Getting my point? So this, after this ice, there will be a what? One login. There will be a, guys, what? One login. One login is what? I will tell you later. One login. One login is basically provide you the extra layer of security. You can understand like this. It use the SAML feature. You guys can Google it. What is the full form of SAML? But yes, it use the SAML. I can show you just a minute. See, is it visible? Are tell me, visible? See na. For example, this
Yes.
is the one login. Fine na. So it is using what? SAML. What it is using? SAML. Getting my point, everyone? So that is the one login. One login use what? SAML. Clear na? Understand? Are tell me, guys.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, what one login will do? In a company, there is a Active Directory. What is, guys? Active Directory. Fine now. In Active Directory, what will happen? In Active Directory, generally we install the credential. For example, this is the user. When this user try to access any Wi-Fi, it will put its username or password. Yes or no? Yes. It will put their username and password. And this username password must be synced with the AD. It means, let's suppose whatever the username and password you are using, that is stored where? In the Active Directory. Fine. Na? So finally request came here on AD. Fine. Na? What AD will do? AD check the username and password. Getting my point? For example, if company is using the any more extra layer, so what they can use? They can use the one more feature that is called MFA, multi-factor authentication, and that is also provided by one login. So basically, this is the way how actually the your wireless network work. Everyone, do you guys understand? Yes or no? Are you tell me?
Sir, Radius ISE server, that means.
Yes,
Radius.
that is the Cisco server, and that is Radius is just like a protocol. Radius is just like a protocol. ISE is the server.
Protocol.
ISE is the server. Getting my point? I can so you see. For example, this is the Meraki dashboard. This is the Meraki dashboard. This Meraki dashboard works like this. In Meraki, what we can do? We can just manage all the APs. For example, if in your company there are multiple AP, for example, there are 500 or 1000 number of APs. So this is very difficult not to manage each and every AP one by one, right? That is very difficult. As a network engineer, for example, if any AP will goes down, what you will do? You guys will arrange the ladder and go to the AP and repair it. No, fine. So that's the reason we have a Meraki dashboard. So by the help of Meraki dashboard, you can manage all the 1000 or 2000 Meraki at one place. Getting my point, everyone? Even the restart, even the update, even everything you can manage. Why? Meraki dashboard. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me. Clear?
Yes.
Shubham,
Yes, please.
in real time scenario now, the radius is it in inside or outside the
Inside or
company?
outside? Radius.
Yeah.
Radius is a cloud based. That is also cloud based.
Okay.
Okay. I can
So
show you.
we need a router to go outside now to the internet. I want to
That is,
understand better.
yes, we have a traffic and we forward a traffic for the authentication on the cloud. Yes. Is it visible? Everyone. For example, I just show you one thing. Are you guys able to see this one? What is this? This is called UB key. What, guys? UB key. And I told
Key.
you, na, last generally we are using the MFA also, multi-factor authentication, right? Na? So there are two ways by which you can authenticate. Sorry, MFA generally MFA provide two ways. Either this here, One Login Protect or YubiKey. One Login Protect is the application. You have to install that application in your phone, and when you are trying to access any portal, then that One Login will send you the code on that application. So you have to open that application and check what is the code you are getting, and you have to enter that code there on the portal. Like just like you guys are, when you guys are shopping, you guys are putting na your code or something, the OTP. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Just like the same in One Login Protect. Fine. And the second way is YubiKey. YubiKey is the hardware device, and that looks like this one. Fine. So this is like the USB. So you have to insert this device in your laptop USB port, and this is the finger sensor area. Fine. So whenever you are trying to access any portal, fine, you have to insert that YubiKey in your laptop, and you have to place your finger there, and it will authenticate you are the authorized person, yes or no. Getting my point? So basically, MFA provides the additional security. How many way? Two way. Either you can use the One Login Protect, or either you can use the YubiKey. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Clear now?
Okay.
And see, I hope this is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Whatever I told you, I can show you. See, actually, for example, let's suppose anyone is try to connect with the IT. What I can say, IT SSID. What guys? IT SSID. Fine. Are tell me yes or no? Clear na? One more thing. For example, if in your company there are 3 SSID, I told you na, in my company how many SSID? 3: IT, HR, and guest. Yes or no? Yes. For every SSID there is a VLAN. Every SSID there is a VLAN. For example, this is VLAN number 13, this is VLAN number 14, and this is VLAN number 50. Getting my point, everyone? I understand na? Every SSID belongs to any VLAN. Fine na? Are tell me, guys, understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
And every AP is physically connected to Meraki, huh?
No, I told you na, Meraki is the cloud based.
Cloud.
That is not physically connected. Fine. See, think like this. This is AP. Okay. This is AP. For example, these are the end users. Fine. This end user will connect with this AP. Yes or no? Yes? Are you tell me? Right? Now, on your floor, there will be a wireless switch. And that AP is directly connected with the wireless switch. Fine. So that's the reason I told you. For example, this guy is using the IT SSID. This guy is using the HR, and this guy is guest. I told you na, this belongs to VLAN number 20, 13, and 14. Yes or no? Yes. So it means whenever this guy will send the traffic come here on AP. When AP send the traffic to the wireless switch, fine. So on switch works on the VLAN. Yes or no? Yes, na. For example, on this switch receive the traffic from the IT, HR, and guest. How this switch will identify this traffic belongs to IT, VLAN, IT, HR, or guest? By the help of VLAN. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Are tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, one of the doubt.
Switch will identify the traffic on the basis of VLAN. Fine. Are tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this
Yes,
wireless switch is again connected with the DR. Fine. Where we configure the routing. Fine. And this DR is again connected with the firewall. Again, here we configure the routing and then we forward the packet on the internet. So basically, actually, this is the way how your wireless network will work. Fine. But before AP, this is the AP. AP send the data where? To the wireless switch, right? Everyone, right? Na? Are this AP is sending the data where? To the wireless switch, na? Yes or no?
Yeah. Controller.
Sending. Before sending, what AP will do? AP will perform the authentication. What guys? Authentication. Getting my point? Everyone, yes or no? Before send, because when your data will go to the wireless switch, it will just proceed it. There will be no authentication. What this switch will do? This switch start processing your request or packet. This switch is not going to authenticate anything. So all the authentication will take place before this. Getting my point? Everyone, yes or no? Yes, na? So see actually how authentication.
Yes.
Example, this is the user. User send the packet. Fine. User send the packet. The user tries to connect the, for example, the IT VLAN. IT what? IT SSID. Fine. The Meraki access point received the connection attempt. Yes. No VLAN tag applied. Fine. Till now there is no VLAN tag applied. VLAN tag always applied when authentication will successful. Getting my point? Please remember this line. Fine, everyone. Now, what AP will do? The Meraki AP forward your username or password, right? Now, this user already right now username and password when try to connect with the Wi-Fi, right? What AP will do? AP forward this to the Meraki cloud. Where? Meraki cloud. Fine, na everyone. What Meraki cloud will do? Meraki cloud will manage all the AP at one place, right? For example, the TI Corp. Which VLAN? VLAN number 30. Fine. And please remember one thing. All the VLAN tag, this is managed by Meraki only. Who manage? Sorry, not Meraki AP. That Meraki dashboard. Getting my point, everyone? But this VLAN assessment will happen after the authentication. So please remember this line. VLAN assessment or VLAN tag always will add with the packet after the authentication. Before authentication, VLAN tag will not add. Fine. What Meraki dashboard will do? The Meraki cloud dashboard send the user authentication request with credential to where? To Radius server. Where? To Radius server. Are yes or no? Guys, do you guys understand? Yes or no? No?
Sir, actually one of the doubts, sir.
Mhm.
If one
See,
of the AP is
leave
connected,
it. User, tell me, user, any doubt? No? Tell me, no? This user trying to access which Wi-Fi? IT, for example. IT VLAN. Fine. IT VLAN is part of which VLAN, guys? VLAN number 30. But right now, VLAN tag is not attached. It send the packet. Packet goes where? Tell me. If packet goes on AP. Yes? Tell me, yes or no? Yes? What AP will do? AP do not add VLAN because this is not the work of AP to add the VLAN tag. What AP will do? AP just forward the username and password where? Meraki. Understand everyone? Yes or no? Tell me. Right? Tell me, guys. Right, na? What Meraki will do?
Yes.
Meraki can add the VLAN, but right now, no. Why? Until Meraki check the authentication, fine, na? Getting my point? First of all, Meraki will perform the authentication, all the authentication. Then Meraki will add the VLAN tag. But who will add the VLAN tag? Please remember, Meraki only. Fine. What Meraki will do? Meraki forward your packet. Packet means your credential. Are understand, na? Your user's credential to where? To the Radius. Where, guys? To the Radius server. Understand? See here. Radius server. The radius server serves the intermediary between the Meraki and the AD. Radius server Cisco ICE. The radius request is received by the Cisco ICE, which handled the access policy. The Cisco ICE process the authentication request using the radius protocol and hand over to the one login to the. It means what? This is the radius. Radius is what? Protocol. Fine. And this is what? Cisco ICE. Fine. So what Meraki did? Meraki forward your packet or credential where? To the Cisco ICE. Fine. On Cisco ICE, there are number of policy. Where are number of policies are configured. Fine. And Cisco ICE works on which protocol? Radius protocol. Done na everyone? Yes or no? What Cisco ICE will do? Cisco ICE again forward your packet where? See, Cisco ICE forward the authentication request to where? One login. Where guys? One login. Are you understand? Yes or no? So there is what? One login. Fine. So on one login, how it forward? By using which protocol? There is a protocol called SAML. Fine. What one login will do? One login will check your credential. Fine. But how? One login integrate with AD. One login integrate with AD. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Basically, I told you, na, the actual credential is stored where? Here, now on Active Directory. Credential is stored at Active Directory. Fine. So what one login will do? When your credential will reach on the one login access the AD. Fine, na? One login is already integrated with AD. So one login check this credential. This credential is correct or not with the help of AD by using which protocol? SAML. Fine. Now, after this, what will happen? One login is directly provided IDP. Fine, na? Identity, user identity provider like this. Handle both the user AD based and MFA. Fine. One login check the provided user credential, username and password. Again the company Active Directory. Yes, AD is used to verify the username and password. Fine. If the credentials are correct, AD send the confirmation back to the one login. If it is incorrect, it authentication fail. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? So for example, if let's suppose the username and password is correct, what AD will do? AD forward to the request to one login. Yes, it's authenticated. It means it's correct. What one login will do? One login have what? MFA. Multi-factor authentication. What one login will do then? One login check the MFA. After the username and password confirmed by the AD, one login triggered the MFA steps. Fine, na? Or in MFA, what one login will do? One login either check the OTP or either, I told you, na, finger, UB key, right, na? Everyone, that one. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? For example, here, if you are authenticated, what will happen? One login forward this to, again, ICE. Yes, it's authenticated. ICE forward to the Meraki. What Meraki will do? Meraki tell yes, it's authenticated. When Meraki will receive, what Meraki will do? Meraki have a traffic. What Meraki will do? Meraki add the VLAN number 13 tag here and forward this traffic to where? AP. AP receive back traffic with VLAN tag 13. What Meraki will, AP will do? AP forward this traffic to where? Wireless switch with VLAN tag 13. And what wireless switch will do? It forward to the DR and where routing will happen. Understand, everyone, actually what will happen?
Sir, inbuilt AD router, sir.
Bro, just keep in mind one thing. VLAN works always happen on the Meraki dashboard only. AD don't know VLAN, one login don't know VLAN, ICE don't know VLAN. Fine. When every authentication will happen, Meraki has all the VLAN information because you configure the VLAN on Meraki only. On Meraki dashboard, we are configuring the VLAN. Fine. Na? So when the packet will come to the Meraki, what Meraki will do? Meraki add the VLAN tag here and forward this packet back to the AP. Fine. And that AP is connected with the wireless switch. On wireless switch, the wireless switch receive the packet with VLAN tag 13 and it forward the packet to the DR. Fine. Na? On DR, we have a routing. Fine. Na? On DR, we will take the forwarding decision. Understand everyone? Anyone who do not understand? So I just tell you this scenario. This is the very advanced scenario. Fine. Na? For example, you guys will see in MNCs. This type of scenario you guys will see in the MNCs. If let's suppose you are working in a small organization, yes, there will be not lots of layers of security, but yes, this type of scenario will be available in if you see the multiple MNCs because there are number of layers of security. Done, everyone. I hope you guys understand.
Sir,